Chief Daniels live again. Uh, you know, it is a very sad day. Okay. Announcing the death of one of the greatest leaders of Africa, Robert Mugabe, uh, and also the foolishness going on the continent in terms of xenophobic attacks. I mean, one wrong, two wrongs do not make one right, or two wrongs do not make a right. Okay. The fact that South Africans are being xenophobic doesn't give anyone warrant to act stupid. Okay. um, if Nigerians are retaliating, okay, and doing the same thing as South Africans are doing, what would you call that? Okay, that is xenophobic as well. So we're gonna call a spade and a shovel. Okay. Two wrongs never make a right. Okay. So in love, okay, we can always teach truth. Okay. Uh, Attacking one another, okay, is not the way. Okay. We cannot have violence as a way of life. Okay, as a people, it will lead us nowhere. At a point, even Europeans who love to fight themselves and kill each other. Okay, at one point they decide to come together for a common purpose, and we all know what that common purpose was: to go rape Africa. Okay, basically that is what they did. All right. So why can't Africans come together for one purpose? Okay, one common purpose: to have our own stuff. Okay, we did that in the past. Okay, let us embrace the spirit of the ancestors and come back together. All right. So let this passing away of uh, our beloved Robert Mugabe unite us as African people. Okay, I'm not going to be too winded with this topic. Okay, tonight's topic is going to be a xenophobia. Okay, or self-hate. Which one is it? Okay, I recently watched Wardemai's video, and he basically did not call it xenophobia or xenophobic attacks, but I call it xenophobia. Okay, we in the West, we see it for what it is. Okay, they're not only attacking Africans. Okay, they're attacking foreigners as well. So, but we know that they're attacking more Africans than they are attacking foreigners. So it is what it is. All right. So I will I'll play a video from Julius Malema, and Julius Malema actually uh, issued an apology, okay, and denounced xenophobic and South Africans that you know acted stupidly, okay, foolishly, okay. He denounced them. He made a formal apology to the continent of Africa and the world, and I'm gonna play that to start the stream, and then I'm gonna open the floor for anyone to join. So yeah. So if anyone comes through, okay, please uh, join me. Okay, let us deal with this. Is it xenophobic? Okay, xenophobia or self-hate? All right. Okay. I currently do not have anyone here watching, but let's see if I can invite some people to come in here. Uh, so I've got one person watching. Okay, I've got one person watching now. I'm going to open the floor. Okay, I'm going to open the floor, and then you can come in and we can discuss this. Okay, we can discuss this. So yeah. So without much ado, I am going to play. I'm going to play Julius Malema's speech. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
South African men were made to run in Zambia who are driving trucks now because they were told our people are being butchered and beaten in your country. Stop it. If you want the continent to treat you properly, stop what you are doing. Stop it. So we're saying to our fellow African brothers and sisters, it's not all of us. Majority of us, we know that we are not South Africans, we are Africans. There's nothing special about South Africa. There is no South Africa and African continent. We are African continent ourselves. And therefore, we make no apology to side with the victims of xenophobic and Afrophobic attacks because we see ourselves in them. And therefore, you should please, we know that you're feeling pain. We know that you are angry, but it is not all of us. And we are dealing with that problem here in South Africa. Don't hate all of us. We are with you. We support the positions you have taken as African artists, as recognizable individuals, as sports personalities. We understand your anger and we support it. But please don't brush all of us with the same brush of xenophobia and Afrophobia and self-hatred. We love ourselves in the EFF and we see Africans as a mirror to show us of how we look like. We see ourselves through those people. And therefore, please find it in your good heart, because Africans, you are good people. Find it in your good heart to forgive us. We are sorry. We are ashamed of ourselves. And we sincerely apologize for this madness. We are sorry. Please don't treat all South Africans the same. We are dealing with these criminal elements who want to project us as people who do not love our own brothers and sisters.
Okay, so that was a news. A clip from Dr. Mumbi's channel. Okay, so yeah, wake up Africa. It is what it is. So yeah, I've got Solo here. Solo wants to call in. Okay, I will put my email in the chat. Okay, Chief Drino. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is my email address. Okay, email me. Okay, email me and I'll send you the link. Okay, I'll send you the link and you can join. But whilst we're at it, okay, I'm gonna share some articles from Ghanaweb.com. Okay, apparently some Ghanaians have been attacked as well. Okay, so people denounce it's xenophobia, but look, you're attacking not only Nigerians, you're attacking Ghanaians as well, and Ghanaians haven't done anything to you. Okay, so apparently people are making excuses that Nigerians are selling drugs. So are Ghanaians selling drugs as well? What is it? Bangladeshans selling drugs as well? All these nationals, foreign nationals selling drugs and raping your women and doing all sort of negative, activities in your country. Okay, so what is it? Okay, is it xenophobia or self-hate? Which is it? Okay, all right, so we shall discuss that. But whilst we're at it, I'm going to share these article. Okay, so let's see. So this article is from GhanaWeb.com. Yesterday, Thursday, September 5th, 2019. Okay, South Africa xenophobic attacks, 1 Ghanaian shot. Okay, so this is the news on the African GhanaWeb.com website. One Ghanaian has been shot in West Hills, a suburb of Johannesburg province in South Africa last night in a fresh attack. He was shot in the leg when violence erupted between South Africans and foreigners in the area. Speaking on OKFM's Ade Achi Abia, program, chairman of the Ghanaian Association in Kempton Park, Johannesburg, Akufo-Addo, explained that they received a report for off attack Wednesday morning. However, I can confirm that he is in a stable condition and is also receiving treatment, he said. He explained that he was shot in the leg, but currently a Ghanaian team has been dispatched to the area to assist him. He, however, added that police have been able to bring the situation under control, but cautioned Ghanaians in any other province to contact their various groups of Ghanaian mission when there is an attack in the area. So the government of Ghana should also get in touch with the government of South Africa to ensure that total peace is restored to enable them to continue with their daily activities. The government has been urged to break ties with South Africa with another round of xenophobic attacks on Africans has left 5 dead and several shops torched. Ghana's left-wing political movement, Economic Fighters League, has called for the severing of diplomatic ties with South Africa. The statement signed by Fighter General Hadi Yakubu said a break off with the South African government will force them to do the right thing. So human rights groups and several African governments have expressed worry that the South African government is doing little to deal with the xenophobic rage. I mean, when you have the South African president Cyril Ramaphosa, spewing his rhetoric, what do you expect? Okay, he's not even denouncing xenophobia. He's calling it a crime. Okay, it's xenophobia, right? This is my position. Okay, xenophobia. Okay, one, because Africans are foreigners in their own countries. Africans are foreigners in Africa because the countries in Africa were designed and created by Europeans. Okay, so not until we break those boundaries, okay, we are foreigners in Africa, right? We are all foreigners. So the government has been urged to break ties with South Africa after another round of xenophobic attacks on Africans left 5 dead and several shops torched. Read that before. Human rights groups, several African governments have expressed worry that South African government is doing very little with xenophobic rage. The Nigerian government has summoned the South African High Commissioner, while Zambia has warned truck drivers who work in the country to stay away. Joining in the condemnation, the Economic Fighters League said South African government continues to deny the existence of the problem. Okay, so the problem is, the government is denying the existence of it. Denying it will not make it go away. Okay, will not make it go away. South Africa's police minister Becky Cele said on Monday that criminality rather than xenophobia was to blame for the senseless violence. That's not true. There's crime in every country. There's crime here in Australia, but Australia is one of the peaceful countries to be in. We do not have xenophobia here. All right. There might be certain sentiments by a few people, but when you have a group of people, if you look at my thumbnail, okay, there's like 200, 300 people gathered on the street, and it's not just one city, it's like multiple cities at the same time. It looks orchestrated. Okay, this is something that has come from the top. Okay, so someone is destabilizing a country. Okay, people are following the orders of somebody in high position. So you cannot say this is some sporadic, spontaneous, random action. Okay, this was well planned. Okay, this was a well planned xenophobic attack. Okay, we call it spade a spade, and a shovel a shovel. So President Cyril Ramaphosa also refused to call the attack xenophobic, describing it as anti-foreigner violence. I mean, this is really stupid. At this point, I have lost all respect for Cyril Ramaphosa. Okay, he is not a great leader in my opinion. So let's see who's here. Why is it saying that I only have one person watching? StreamYard is saying I have nobody watching, but I've got 2 people watching. All right, so I have put the link in the my email address in the chat. Okay, email me, and I'll send you the link if you want to join me. All right. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the emails. So Michael Ididako, hi. I was viewing the YouTube live. Calling. Okay, so I'm gonna send you Michael. Okay, I'm gonna send you the link. Okay, Michael Ididako. You sound like you're from Ghana. Okay, I'll send you the link. Okay, I'll send you the link in a minute. Okay, so okay, so the link is in the has been sent to you, Michael, Brown Mike. Okay, you've got the link there. Okay, so please call him. Okay, call him. Join me. So I have another. Another article from Ghanaian.com. Okay, it says that. Okay, it says that another article from GhanaWeb.com. Okay, today, 6th of September, SAC SA High Commissioner to Ghana, Akufo-Addo, was told. Okay, so the South African High Commissioner, Lulu, how do you pronounce this? The ex Kingwa, is it Kingwana? Okay. A Pan-Africanist, Kwaku Abuaji Boateng, is calling on President Nana Akufo-Addo to repatriate the South African High Commissioner to Ghana within the next 24 hours. The High Commissioner, Lulu, I'm not going to butcher that name again, stated in an interview with the Star FM that the tag of xenophobia on South Africans was unfair and would rather relate it to criminal acts perpetrated by poverty and unemployment-stricken South Africans. I mean, South Africa, come on. What is it? Okay, what is it? You have 90% of your population in poverty, abject poverty. Okay, employment is 30%. Okay, 30%. Why wouldn't you solve that? Okay, we all know that crime comes out of poverty. Poverty is a breeding ground for crime. Okay, you never solve this. Okay, your wealth, the wealth of your country, is tied in the hands of 10% of the population. 10%. The people have been pushed to the wall. Okay, and it's resulted in this. Okay, the people have been people have made whispers in the ears of the people that foreigners are taking their jobs. Who's saying that? This is coming from the high office. Okay, the government. The foreigners are taking their jobs, which is untrue. Which is not true. If foreigners are taking your jobs, why don't you go attack the jobs? Okay, not the business providers in your area. Why don't you go attack the 10% that own the wealth of the country? Why are you attacking people that have businesses in your area and bringing you employment? Why is that? Why are you attacking foreigners? Shouldn't this fight be taken to the government? So I mean, this is seeking attention seeking on so many levels. Okay, it's so childish. Okay, but yeah, we call it spade a spade. It is xenophobia. Okay, you're not gonna spin it. Okay, nobody's gonna convince me on that fact. Okay, it is xenophobia. So let's see who is here. Nobody's here yet. Okay, I have sent you the link, Mr. Michael. Okay, you're not here yet. So I'll continue with my article. Okay. Now, where was I? So responding to these comments, okay. So the High Commissioner, Ms. Lulu, or Mrs. Lulu, stated in an interview with Star FM that the tag of xenophobia on South Africans was unfair and would rather relate it to criminal acts perpetrated by poverty and unemployment-stricken South Africans. I mean, there's poverty everywhere in Africa. Nobody's acting this erratic, okay? Nobody's acting this senseless. Nobody's doing this, okay? Only South Africans are doing this, okay? It's foolish. She charged African countries to channel their attention to creating favorable economic conditions for their citizens to make migration to other countries unattractive. What? Seriously? What? Seriously? Well, I mean, she has to be stupid. Okay, they need to sack her. Okay, now I'm agreeing for them to sack her. All right, she doesn't make sense here. Okay, migration is every human being's right. Every human being has a right to migrate. Okay, so she's saying that to create favorable conditions in a country to make migration to other countries unattractive is beyond stupid. Is beyond stupid. Okay. All right. So she continues. The article continues. Responding to these comments, Mr. Boateng contended that South Africa has been treated with kids' gloves and boldening them to make unguarded statements about an issue as sensitive as xenophobia. Speaking to the host, Julius Caesar Anandem, on Ultimate Breakfast Show, the Pan-Africanist insisted that the possibility for such atrocities to be committed on other nationals demonstrates a clear lack of commitment by South African authorities to deal with errant black natives. We had serious leaders on this. If we had serious leaders on this continent, the first thing they must all do, not only the president of Ghana, they must sack all the South African ambassadors in their countries within 24 hours. They must leave here immediately if we really want the South African government to work. When they get there, the government will work. He fumed. He explained the government of South Africa knows everything that is happening, but the reason why they are not acting is that it serves their interest. Okay. Now, the failure of the government to take their lands from them is being blamed on the Africans who go to live in South Africa. I mean, the expropriation of land, okay, has gone silent. Okay, has gone silent. Okay. I mean, the fact that 90% of the population of South Africa who live in poverty did not vote for Julius Malema, okay, tells me the high level of corruption in South Africa. Okay, the high level of corruption in South Africa. Right, so yeah. Now the failure of the government to take the land from them is being blamed on Africans who go to live in South Africa. It only shows that they don't have a clear understanding of their history. This is really sad. And family, you should know that South Africans 90% of the population are evidently uneducated. Uneducated, because educated people don't act like these people here. So the people who are responsible for exploitation and poverty in your country is not your fellow African who is there struggling with you, and the government's responsibility is to expose all of that and arrest the criminals. The president of the South Africa cannot run. The president of South Africa cannot run away from the blame. His government is 100% responsible for what is happening, and ANC must recognize how Africa bled to support the country. Mr. Boateng added, so black South African natives have for the past 2 weeks taken to attacking foreign businessmen, looting, burning, and vandalizing of shops in fresh xenophobic attacks. Meanwhile, the number of arrests made by South African police has risen to about 108 persons caught in connection with the violence. Okay, so there's a video there. I have put the article in the description box. Okay, I mean, so you can spin it however you like. Okay, but it is xenophobia. Okay, it is xenophobia. When you look at all the stories, all the pictures. Okay, when you look at all the stories and all the pictures, evidently, right? Okay, there was a person that was burnt alive. Okay, a person that was burnt alive. I think he was a Nigerian national. He was burnt alive. Okay, thanks to the the police intervening. Okay, they put out the fire on him, but dude was burnt. Okay, this is really sick. Okay, you have to be a very sick individual to do this. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is where one Ghanaian has been caught in this act. Okay, the president of Ghana needs to act upon that. Okay, so again, okay, I'm calling it xenophobia. Okay, anybody who disagrees with me, okay, who thinks it's not xenophobia, okay, please, okay, my email address is in the chat. Okay, email me and I'll bring you on. Okay, email me and I'll bring you on. All right. Right. So I am not gonna limit. I'm not gonna stay here for too long. Okay, I am waiting. I'm waiting for anyone who wanted to come in. Okay, anyone who wanted to jump on. Okay, my email is in here. Okay, yeah, my email is in the chat. Okay, email me. Okay, email me if you want to join. I'll send you the link. Okay, you can join me. All right, I'll send you the link and you can join me. All right, so I'm not gonna stay here for too long. Okay, I'm not gonna stay here for too long. Don't chicken out. Okay, don't chicken out now. Okay, let us address this. Okay, xenophobia is a sick, sick thing to do. Okay, there are foreign nationals in every country. We Africans are foreigners in our own country, in our own African continent, because the continent was divided by Europeans in the Berlin Conference of 1884 and 1885. Okay, Europeans divided every country in Africa. Okay, every country in Africa, Europeans divided it. Okay, so basically, the countries in Africa do not belong to us. Brother Danubian, thanks for joining the stream, family. Okay, very sick, sick world. Okay, we, as much as we're here, okay, promoting Pan-Africanism, okay, one Africa, global unification of everyone of African descent, okay, we do not want to see this, okay. Xenophobia is not a reflection of Pan-Africanism, okay. Africa cannot unite with xenophobia, okay. We need to, denounce it, okay. Okay, so yeah. Anybody wants to join? Okay, my link is in the chat, okay. Email me, okay, email me and we can talk about this, okay. Email me and we can talk about it. So let's see. All right.
Okay, FM 101.7.
Speaking of local Ghanaian language, which I'm gonna struggle with. Okay, I'm trying to find an English video and play whilst we. Okay. So I have another article here. Let's see. Another 5 minutes and I'll be gone. Okay. Nobody's coming. No. Xenophobic attack. South African High Commissioner backtracks on migrant comments. Okay. So she made that silly comment. Okay, she's incompetent. Okay, the deputy South African High Commissioner to Ghana, Thapelo Madumani, says his boss has been misunderstood. No. We all read it clearly. Okay, by Ghanaians, misunderstood by Ghanaians in her comment on xenophobic attacks in South Africa. The High Commissioner has come under heavy criticism following her undiplomatic response to the barbaric action by her fellow countrymen towards other African nationals back home. Lulu, whatever, in an interview with Star News, among other things, asked African governments to create jobs for their citizens to discourage them from traveling to South Africa to greener pastures. I mean, what the hell is she doing in Ghana then? If South Africa is so great, what the hell are you doing in Ghana? Okay, so and this starts from poverty. All of our countries must create jobs and opportunities for their people so that we don't all flock to one country because the one country would not be able to cope. If all of us were coming to Ghana, would you cope? I mean, Ghana has been dealing with migrants for ages. Ghana took in so many refugees. Like Ghana is like an international, country, my friend. Ghana is not even as big as South Africa. We can accommodate so many foreign nationals in Ghana. Okay, Ghana has said that Ghana has about 80,000 African Americans. You can find everyone of every nationality in Ghana. Okay, we don't hear any news about xenophobia in Ghana. Okay, if Ghanaians are angry, they take it to the government. They don't attack their fellow Ghanaians because we know what family means. Ghanaians don't do that. We do not have puppet governments like South Africans do. Okay, we had great leaders like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Okay, Jerry John Rawlings, who taught us better, right? You guys are not proud of Nelson Mandela's legacy. So I mean, this lady just upsets me, right? Okay, she needs to be put in a place. So fake goods are actually destroying our economy. People cannot bring fake goods and sell them in the streets of Johannesburg, and the police don't act. Foreigners that are doing the fake business. Okay, people bring these things from Somalia. Some of these things are poisonous. Poor people do not know because they are cheaper. Then they will buy and get sick. I mean, we know China used to make inferior goods. Do you see anybody attacking Chinese because of it? Do you see anybody attacking? I mean, why are you making this comment? You should be ashamed of your government. You should be ashamed of your government letting people bring in fake goods. Why are you blaming foreign nationals for it? I mean, this is some stupidity on some high level. Okay, this woman needs to go down as the dumbest high commissioner ever. All right. However, in a volte face, her deputy told a news conference in Ghana, in Accra Thursday, that the veteran diplomat meant well. How can you mean well with such statements? Okay, that alone is xenophobic. You're not blaming your own government, but you're blaming foreigners which you let in. Well, so that is a misunderstanding of the statement of the High Commissioner most of the time when she engages with the media and her visitors and all that. She talks about the need to create employment and all that. The High Commissioner was a Minister of Agriculture. She was looks like she was a Minister of Stupidity to me. She was a Minister of Women and Gender. She sometimes approached these things looking at the most vulnerable in the society. The most vulnerable in that society were the foreigners, family. The most vulnerable people were the foreigners. You're not going to point fingers at the foreigners for the troubles in your country. You let them in the first place, idiot. Okay, so again, so what she was talking about was like policies you have here, the planting for food and jobs, rearing for food and jobs. What does that do? It creates jobs. It creates jobs in the rural areas, and as such, it stops migration. So she was attesting to that, and not the government should create jobs, and their people should not go to South Africa. South Africa will continue to need skilled labor. We are part of the African community, so whatever migration patterns that we have on the continent, we can't seclude somewhere. Okay. You know, the deputy minister, deputy high commissioner is only caping for her. Okay. You know, she spilled the beans. Okay, Cyril Ramaphosa also came out and basically spoke along the same line. They want to hide from the fact that it is xenophobia. Okay, and instead of blaming themselves, they are blaming other people. So this really tells me that okay, this xenophobic attack is coming from the office of the presidency of of a of South Africa. Nothing else. Okay, and it's divide and conquer, divide and rule. Okay, this is a strategy of white supremacy. Okay, and we know this is happening in South Africa. The 10%, 8% of the population is white, and they control all the wealth of South Africa. Okay, okay, they divide you. They tell you that you Africans are their own worst enemies, which is true because we fall for it. Okay, the foreign Africans. Okay, the so-called foreign Africans in South Africa are the reasons that South Africa is poor. Okay. When the biggest elephant in the room is apartheid, when the biggest issue elephant in the room is apartheid, and nobody's speaking up against that, the ill effects of apartheid, okay, leaving 90% of the population of South Africa uneducated. I mean, even if you're looking for jobs, how you're not educated enough for some of these jobs. So much that they have to be educated people from Zimbabwe, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria to take these kind of jobs. Are you qualified to be a medical doctor? Are you qualified to be a mechanical engineer? Are you qualified to be a civil engineer? Okay. These jobs are going primarily to people from Ghana and Nigeria and everywhere else, other than South Africa, because South Africans are heavily uneducated. All right, so I mean, the South African High Commissioner to Ghana is upsetting on so many levels. Okay, and yeah, they really need to get rid of her. Okay, they really need to get rid of her. All right, so I don't know what's happening here. Nobody seems to wanna come in. Nobody seems to wanna join. Sorry about that. I had to refresh. Okay, I had to refresh my screen. Okay, I had a bit of I think there was a lag there. Okay, so you know, I've got 5 people watching. Anybody wants to chime in? Anybody wants to come in? Okay, anybody wants to come in? Let me know. Okay, let me refresh my email.